Phineas Wells has asked you to skip the Hope to Terra 2. What could go fucking wrong, am I right? Am I right? Come to think of it, I probably just never have to manage my inventory ever again.
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering.
I have agency.
Welcome back, Captain.
Ish.
How can I be of assistance? I'll be here.
What could go wrong? So we still can't go to these places? It's not. The Hope. There and back again. A Steve Buckworthy story.
I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
What's going to happen if I skip the Hope?
If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2. Or the Sun.
Tell me about the Hope.
The Hope is the Groundbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. She wandered off and got lost for 70 years, but just recently was found. Also, there are hundreds of thousands of frozen organic life forms hibernating in her hold.
What was I doing again?
Forgetfulness can be an early warning sign of asphyxiation due to loss of pressurization. Are you breathing comfortably, Captain? I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
Just thought it was a strange dialogue choice to have, so I clicked it. What am I doing again? Last chance. Whoa, you just jumped off a cliff. You alright?
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
It's alright. just gotta say, when I got to this part of Mass Effect 2, when it's time to start the suicide mission, my party members just kind of had more to say about everything. I don't hate these characters on like a surface level, but it's just like they really like just have the context in which they join your party and then one quest, and then they kind of just stop having things to say outside of the incidental dialogue.
Hey, Cap.
I can appreciate that it can take a lot of writing to give them all that incidental dialogue when they're walking around with various party members, and like I appreciate that they do make that effort, but like, I don't know. I just, maybe it's my bias based on the idea that's my first RPG experience that really stuck with me, but when I played KOTOR as like a 14-year-old, I really got fixated on the fact that like every time you went to a planet and then went back to your ship, you could go talk to all your crew members and get like the next like beat of their storyline. And they had a big storyline that was written to be a series of reveals that would be compelling to come back and talk to them again and again. And like whenever those aren't there, I always feel like the characters just don't have enough to them, because they really just have like the one plot point for the most part, and that's what these guys are. And then of course Mass Effect did the same thing. Mass Effect 1.
Good to see you, boss.
And most of them, really.
Something on your mind?
Felix in particular, I look at and I'm just like, what are you? Hmm? Who are you? we did a kind of a little companion thing, but it was like really low impact to the point where I almost immediately started to forget what I even did during that mission. And I mean, I guess the game is almost over, so I guess that's it. Like, that's all you are as a character. Huh.
I find myself marveling.
Yes, the Fibonacci spiral. What about the suicide mission? Nothing about that? Did I click on you?
Something on your mind?
Yeah. Ellie's characterization's interesting. I enjoyed some of the elements of that stuff. Just with like more of it. The overall amount of character stuff per character is relatively low, unfortunately. Even when I look at the things I do have and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then of us in a party with only 6 people, one of them is a robot. And they didn't do like the cool thing, like HK-47, in having an interesting AI character, like Legion or HK-47 or Ada. What was her name, Ada, in Mass Effect? Instead, we just have funny cleaning bot that occasionally says funny cleaning lines and has no additional depth because he's not a person at all. He's actually not a person. And it's like, oh, that's disappointing. He's just not a person. Huh. And Vicar's kind of interesting, but he's also like an endless stooge for the corporation stuff. Like he's like, what an honor and stuff, and I'm like, I don't like this. Just generally speaking. So I guess you two? I'll take you two along. Sam makes sense because he's really strong, but he's not gonna have anything interesting to say, I don't think. Not sure how many of you would, though. I'm just thinking like Ashley, Caden, Garrus, Rex, Tally, Liara. I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't think of her name for a minute there. That was a 6-member crew. That was a 6-member crew in that game. And like, I was so hungry for like what they might say about particular situations, that particular cast of characters. Even the 2 that people think are the weaker entries, which is Ashley and Caden. I think they have a really interesting payoff. But these guys, I'm going into the final run and I'm just kind of like, they're fine. Game's fine. Maybe it's a side effect of being a follow-up to Fallout, because I don't really remember the companions leaving an impact on me in New Vegas or 3 either. I don't think I even really used them. They would just die all the time. And I'd be like, shit, he's permanently dead. Is that what Mass Effect... Is that what Fallout 3 was? In Fallout 3, did every companion die permanently? If they died? Because I think that I might have just gotten them all killed. And I didn't... So I never learned any further context for what they were as people. Because, like, they were so bad at staying alive. And I'd be like, that random NPC that was following me for a minute died. Well... hope they weren't important. Whereas looking back at them now, then like they might have actually been like longer, more interesting side characters that I never learned more about. Corporate recruit. It doesn't...
Nice and easy.
We're not attacking right now? Whee! Okay. Yeah, stealthing didn't give me a stealth indicator. I guess we're good. But it says restricted over there, so I'm sure that stops abruptly. Auxiliary power station. Route an auxiliary power source to supplement UDL. Patch. There we go. Power is now being routed from the docking bay. Reactor is now in the auxiliary power mode. But yeah, generally speaking, my point isn't that Outer Worlds is bad. It's that I find elements of it disappointing, and that's probably the biggest one. Is just when I get to see a colorful cast of party members in my crew, I'm like, where are we gonna go with these guys? And then I'm like, when I go back at the look back at the end, and I'm like, oh, and that's just a bummer. Status reports available for the following functions: power status. Auxiliary mode. The following modules are now operational: life support, engines, navigation, communications, security, maintenance. Everything's many years overdue on repairs. Microwave short circuit after some idiot left his fork on the plate. Microwave clock has stopped. Microwave is stuck in high power mode. Microwave has stopped working entirely. There's a lot of work orders just about the microwave, which I guess is a microwave or something. But like big. Hibernation storage status. 99, 92, and 76% capacity. So this place is full the fuck up. It's really up there. Logs, pre-launch roll call. Personnel of notable rank: Wilhelm Hunt, Donna Hunt, Rezi Tariga, Frank Nolda, and Alexei Volkov. I wonder if these characters will come up later. Because they might make a sequel, right? I wonder if they make a sequel and these characters are suddenly important because they're all awake now or something. Hunt. W. Hunt. 10 years. The longest trip Donna and I ever took was a week-long sojourn into the Silver Mountains. Even then, that set her on edge. She's a homebody. Always was. She packed so much food we could have been stranded on those rocks for a month and we probably would have been just fine. UDL sent us on a team-building seminar into the city once. They paid for everything. Donna still packed nutrient bars just in case the bus broke down. It's gonna take this ship 10 years to reach Halcyon. An entire decade. It's a good thing UDL provided the rations, else she might have dumped our life savings into mixed nuts and freeze-dried meat. Automated audio transcript. This is it, folks. Say goodbye to Old Blue, eh? Yeah, if anyone wants to. Good riddance. Why so bitter, Rezi? She's been a good home. Give me a spaceship any day of the week. Well, we'll see how you feel in a year. So, moment of silence? Or should we make a toast? Anything? Feels weird leaving Earth in a rearview mirror. No. From now on, we only look forward. Probably mixed up any on-the-fly voices there because that's too many people to keep track of at once. Two of which have the same last name. Level up. Is that my last level ever? 30 is a pretty round. Oh, that meter's still full. That's my last level up. Some of these stats stated disappointingly low. Oh my god, 143. Almost everything's getting modified by my crew right now. Inspiration, tossball team mascot. My fucking origin gives me 1 point and that's it. How little it matters. Well, these are all getting... Everything's getting a big bonus right now, basically. It's a pretty good time. So going into science makes some sense, because that's the one I can't otherwise get points from, I guess. Wait, that's only for tinkering. Revert. I don't think I'm tinkering ever again, so... Well... I've got that persuade way the hell up. Way the hell up. You never know when hacking's gonna come up, so why not? Final perk, probably? Headshots explode is one of the funniest concepts for an attack, kind of. But kind of baffling, too. Chance to reset companion abilities on crits. Makes a kind of sense, I guess. Once again, though, the combat's just so low impact that I don't really have to worry that much about min-maxing. Heal when downed. Why not? Actually, do you have health? Threat generated. Don't apply. It fits your personality for you to be the aggro one, so go ahead. Let's have one of the people in my final party have a bit of aggro. Let's give you the resurrection. There we go. Oh, another one's available. Yep, you had 2 points to spend. There we go. Alright, so we just probably leveled up for the last time. Have fun, y'all. Your last chance to tinker. Wait. I just leveled up my hacking, so I should double check to see if there was like if I had passed a threshold that enabled a hack option or something. Nope. You look positioned to talk to me.
You know, when they posted us here, I told them there wasn't any point. Nobody would be so stupid as to fly to the ass end of the colony for this derelict. Shows how much I know. You've got about 5 seconds to tell me what you're doing here before I make you take a walk outside.
They sent me to extract a few samples from your, frozen cargo. It's gross.
Ugh, I don't want to know. You lab coats do the filthiest work. All right. You'll want a uniform so my staff doesn't shoot you on sight. They're a dangerous mix of bored and trigger happy. We've got a few extra in the old badge station to my right. Good luck.
All right. That worked out. Just gotta have your lie powers turned on and you're set. The whole starving to death thing isn't all it's cracked up to be. On the upside, the bathrooms are the cleanest they've been since we left port. Made my job a hell of a lot easier. Thurston Stalwart, custodial engineer. Somebody starved to death? Did they like not go to sleep correctly like in that movie? UDL identity cartridge. That movie where if I say it, it's a spoiler. About people waking up from cryosleep mid-trip and then realizing they can't go back in cryosleep and they're gonna die waiting. They're just gonna die in transit on the ship. There's also a show about that. But that was intentional. It was a show about people who were going on a grand expedition from one place to another and to a space colony that was supposed to save humanity, but it was going to take like 2 generations to get there. So there was the middle generation who was born on the ship and was going to die on the ship, and then their children would finally be the ones that arrive on the new colony. So there's the people who go on the trip who know they're going to die, but they got to live a normal life before that for a bit. Then there's their children that never get to live anywhere besides the ship. And then there's their children that finally get to like grow up on the ship, but then go out into a world and make a colony, all that. And it was dealing with like that kind of like stuckness that those characters had. It's an interesting idea. Went places that I also can't talk about. I also can't say what it's about. Because if I say the name of the show, I'm pretty sure that also spoils things about it. In both cases. All I know is that me, Andrew, and Joe had a conversation about the movie I was mentioning, and we had a contest where we were all going to guess as closely as possible what we thought the entire plot was going to be from front to start, and how it all was going to play out, and what the movie was going to be about. And I fucking nailed it, 100%. I just detailed the entire plot from scratch before watching it, which is really funny. Is that as long as my uniform lasts for? Wait, did I get the uniform I was supposed to get just now? What? Why does my uniform have a time limit? I was given like a proper uniform by the dude. I'm not sure the uniform system in this game makes any sense. Unauthorized access will result in indemnity termination. Error archive, accessing archives, available entries, message exchange. Hey Rez, yeah? Bored. You up for a round of torts? Yeah, but I got bridge duty. I'll come up, buzz me in? Sure, don't cheat this time. Listen, I'm not cheating if you don't get, it's not cheating if you don't get caught. I'm inspecting the deck all the same. Okay, you know what? I'll find Alexi and play with him instead. He's checking for cheating. The person's trying to make money here. Oh my fuck. Shh. Sorry, it's hard to be quiet. We'll try. If we get picked up by the computer, we're on record forever. Is that so bad? Is that so bad? It's hard. Is that so bad? I've got someone waiting for me in my pods, Alexei. This is a one trip thing. Getting mixed up trying to read these awkward backwards names where it's like the name, this is the first name and last name and they're switched, and then there's an order to reading it all, and but it's text only with no color differentiation to tell you who's talking and stuff. So I'm just sitting there looking at it and I'm just like, it's an awkward way to read a script. So somebody was having a fling in transit. They're having an affair because they're like the crew that is supposed to stay awake during the trip. They're supposed to stay awake during the trip, but they have people that they're with when they go back to normal society and all that. Current pod count 9,999. Alright. I guess they had an even 10,000 until I got nabbed. Pod removal. Unknown crew member. Removed, Steve Buckworthy. Removed by unknown crew member. Transcript. Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever. Just keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful. So that's the doctor that freed me.
Seeing this place again?
I think this is the room he was in when I was in the character creator, which was me. By character creator, it was the character selector, because the idea is that all of the possibilities are there, which is a great idea for character creator, canonically. It really highlights the idea, like all those different combinations you looked at, those are also real people. They just didn't get picked by him, and they're all here. That's how, like, lucky you were. And it's like and it's kind of why you should feel indebted to this, because like all those people that are left to die, they could have been you. In a way, they were you. Manual log, Torrega R. Dear Diary, everyone's running around trying to figure out how we're going to eat, but none of it means anything if I can't keep us on course. It's hell. Charting 26 years of travel through space is... I don't know if I can handle it. It's so much pressure, so many lives. If I get one thing wrong, one smudged decimal point, one off by one miscalculation, we could crash into an asteroid. I keep thinking of the colonists. They just never wake up. Lucky them. I've called you all here because the numbers of our rations are off. Off? What do you mean off? We have too many. Someone hasn't been taking theirs. This is fucking with me. Alright, there's a hunt W and a hunt D, so it's even harder to fuck it. Extra food supply. Extra food sounds like a good thing, darling. Not extra. Someone's getting their food from another source. They must have it stashed somewhere. So? Someone could have brought some from Earth. If they did, we need to include it in our rationing, Frank. Every bit of food on this ship is split among us all. It's theirs. It isn't yours to take. This isn't about ownership. This is about survival. We're going to run out eventually, and the longer we last, the closer we get to figuring this shit out. Alright, alright. I want everyone to interrogate their crew. Find whoever's not eating their share and bring them forward. Perhaps there is hope yet. Mama used to have such a garden. I grew up on her tomatoes and lemons and limes. When we left Earth, he was so kind as to share a sample of seeds with me, so that wherever we end up, I might start my own garden. Now, buds grow in hydroponics. This may not be a backyard, but it's something. I remember you every day, Momochka. Now more than ever. Tomatoes, lemons, and limes. I wonder if those are in our supply right now of options in this colony. They could be like increased crop options. La help me, it worked. I'm going to hell, but it worked. Now, how the fuck do I break the news to the captain? What is going on? Cap, Wanted this on record. Sick of the witch hunt. It's me. I haven't been eating my rations. Why? Don't need it. Don't mind feeling hungry. I need my chief engineer with his full faculties. I'm glad you owned up to this, but start eating your full share. That's an order. All due respect, Cap. We're up shit creek. And I'm not sure that's an order means a lot right now. It holds weight now more than ever, Frank. We need to stay organized. Well, I ain't doing it. So either shove that shit down my throat yourself or give my leftovers to someone else. They were starving. No. No.
Error. Hope crew data not found. Identify yourself.
This statement is false.
Error. Paradox protection protocols have prevented me from registering your stated identification. Please report to your nearest mechanical engineer.
Everything I say is false.
Error. Paradox prevention has temporarily disabled this unit's auditory processing. Thank you for your cooperation.
That's... Alright, well that's funny. Alright, so that resets my timer, so I can run around like a lunatic a little bit. Route communications through the unreliable. BRB. Logs. Begin audio log. Is this thing working? I said begin audio... Damn it. This is P. Wells. Yes, let's go with that. Work continues on test subject 112, retrieved from hibernation bay 8. Time of extraction? Oh, let's say 2.5 hours ago. Time of death, 6 minutes prior. Explosive cell death. My arch nemesis. Haunting my every attempt at reviving our frozen colonists. Making a mockery of my procedures. I've tried every combination of every chemical available to me. Attempted every variation of every possible thawing procedure. A gradual melt, a flash thaw, extremities first, brain first. I don't know how much more of this I can take. 4 hours of sleep in the last 72. And still here, they're screaming in my nightmares. Test subject 112. Real named Harley Stanton. Age 39. Enjoyed singing. I'm sorry, Harley. I couldn't save you. Phineas Wells. I thought he claimed I was the first one. And that he got lucky, essentially. Because like he tested on pigs. The cysty pigs. And then I was the first human test subject and it was like a big scare. But it worked out. It seems he was lying. Seems he was testing this process on various other colonists. Makes me wonder if the that 75% full area might have not been not 75% full originally. How many people have died? But he did human testing too. The only difference, I suppose, is that the people he's testing it on were already in hibernation. And so if he can't save them, they're dead no matter what. Whereas the people that were being tested on at Byzantium were being put in hibernation just to see if they can get them back out or not. Needlessly risking themselves. But I think he did hide the fact that he was experimenting on people. Begin audio log as soon as I say the words begin audio log. What a ridiculously inconvenient program. What happens if I just accidentally say the phrase audio log? Don't know why I'm talking to a frozen colonist. You're losing it, Phineas. Focus, focus. Come on. Make the incision. There we go. Excellent. Well, well, my frigid friend, you disobeyed the moratorium of ingesting food 36 hours prior to hibernation, didn't you? Thank the law for disposable gloves. Steady now, steady. Oh, that's not good. That's definitely not good. Damned slippery scalpel. Who makes these things anyway? Spacer's choice? Alright. I've got no choice. I'm going in. They're cutting somebody open. Sounds like they didn't do the... They didn't follow the rule about not eating before hibernation, which is a hell of a risk to take with your life, because that could be really bad. But they also did this thing where... It sounds like he fucking dropped the scalpel into the body, which is... This, Wells is disappointing and distressing in a lot of ways, but boy, are we short on options. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Am I allowed here? Or is there no way I'm ever allowed here? Look at you little guys. Where do you go? Just says use. Unhelpful. Ah, that goes to my goal. It's over here then. Hi. One mega sprat to rule them all.
Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
And in the darkness bind them.
That does it. I'm never ever getting in one of those pods.
Oh god. Okay, I give up. The Civil War is nonsense. The Civil War nonsense is exhausting. Blood everywhere. Every time I turn around, another part of the ship has been sealed off. How the hell am I supposed to do my job if the captain locks all the damn doors? Fuck it. I'm gonna find a way to lock myself in hibernation chamber, and then they can wake my ass up when we arrive at the colony. Have fun cleaning your own floors from now on, assholes. Blood everywhere? So it sounds like sprats were somehow on the ship, and they might have started eating all the people, which is concerning. That might be why we have reduced, yeah, that's distressing. That might be why we have reduced population. Well, best of luck to y'all. Hi, don't worry about me. I'm supposed to be here. Why is the crew dead? What have y'all been doing to the crew?
These were the private quarters of the Hope's former crew. Shall we hold a moment of silence for the dearly departed? No? That's odd, because my programming would indicate that when forced to confront the idea of self-death, organics prefer... Oh, I see. Yes, never mind.
At least no one's gonna mind if we take their stuff.
So they've been sitting for 10 years. Alas, Momochika had failed. The tomatoes die on their stalks. Something must be wrong with the soil. We have a month of rations. The crew talks of cannibalism. My Wilhelm fights to bolster off their wilting spirits and to bar the way from those too far gone. At nights, my stomach grumbles. I fear I, too, might stray toward the dark path, but I think of our Lucas asleep in his pod, and then I think of all those other sons and daughters and mothers and fathers. If I woke up in Halcyon, and my family had been devoured by these ghoulish men, I will steel my resolve. I will resist. Holy shit. Alright, that's what's up with the blood and the locked doors. Things got dark. So the crew was running out of food, and they were deciding that they wanted to eat people to solve that problem. The physical effects of starvation are well documented, but we never learned about the toll they take on your mind. The things you hold true before become walls between hunger and satisfaction. The difference between right and wrong blurs. I told Frank that we'd have to eat about a third of the colonists in order to survive our journey. When we still had rations, that seemed impossibly unjust. Tens of thousands of innocent people to save 24. Now I'm not so sure. Attention all crew. I don't know who let Frank Nolda out of his cell, but he is now an enemy of this ship. Anyone in league with him will be imprisoned for the duration of our journey. Anyone caught tampering with the cold storage pods will be frozen. Upon our arrival at Halcyon, you'll be turned in to the authorities. I am locking off the cold storage bays. Frank, if you can hear me, there's still time to turn yourself in. Please. Oh, Everyone's just having a bad time. Even these people, even the Hope was just a hopeless nightmare situation. They didn't have the food for the trip, something went horribly wrong, and then they started eating people from the crew, so that's why one of the things is low. So I could have died. This could have been me. Hooray. Rezi, can you get us to Halcyon? I've been working on it. Can you get us there? I have to, Captain. Good. Meet me on the bridge. We'll make our last stand there. Wait, what about Donna? She won't be joining us. What the hell? What happened? I'll fill you in when we get there. Hurry. Okay, fuck, I can't believe this is happening. God damn, shit went down here. Look, I'm just looking for every computer terminal I can on my way in. Little rough. Why is my thing draining when no one can see me? This stealth system's stupid. No one can see me, and yet it's still draining constantly. It's just fucking stupid. Hi.
I don't recognize you. Are you new here?
Yes. So would a trespasser be. Surprise inspection, soldier.
Oh, hell. No one informed me of any surprise inspection.
What surprise? Well, then it wouldn't be a surprise.
Of course. I'll just get out of your way. Don't test me, Runley.
It's why is my disguise drained when no one's even fucking looking at me? Like I'm in a stealth situation and it's like, I better hurry. Ooh. No, I don't care about loot. I want documents and cool shit. My thing's almost empty again. This sucks. Just trying to explore. I just want exploring to do. There we go. What is it, Rezi? Captain. Hey. Sorry for waking you. One of the pod alarms went off. I didn't know what to do. Pod alarms? The colonists? Yeah, see? I'll check it out. Thanks. I'm writing this down because I'm not sure what to do, but I want the incident on record. One of the colonists has gone missing. The cameras in the pod bay have been deactivated for I don't know how long. Rezi helped me hook up another in secret. I've been checking on it every morning, and today I discovered our chief engineer tampering with one of the pods in the middle of the night. I haven't confronted him yet. I'll collect more evidence before I do. I don't know why Frank would start waking people up. We're short on food as it is. Oh, this is before they found out. They're not waking people up, they're eating them. I should throw you out of the fucking airlock, Frank. You should be thanking me for solving our food crisis. This is your solution? Sacrificing innocent people? What's going on? Rezi, find Alexei. We're throwing Frank in the brig. What? Why? He's the one who's been tampering with the food pods. Oh, what? You're gonna spare her the grisly details? I ate them, Rezi. You ate them? And I ain't apologizing for it. If we don't survive, they're as good as dead anyway. Oh no, I can't. I'm gonna be sick. Just find Alexei. Okay. I've been talking to Frank. And how's the brig? Captain. He makes a kind of sense. Damn it, Alexei, not you two. Don't listen to that madman. What if your wife can't grow more food? What if it fails? Then we'll figure something else out. We're not cannibals. Oh no, they relied entirely on renewable food. They didn't have any rations set aside. Oh. Oopsie. Fuck, I just almost died. I guess I was running too much. So my disguise, instead of leading to an interrogation, just outright failed. Still, I'm Where the fuck did you come from? Thought I was in the clear. Jesus Christ. Oopsie. Uh-oh. Because this is Thriller. Thriller. Alright. There we go. Well, I almost made it. I thought I had, yeah, I had 2 more. I guess I ran, so it had a critical fit. Yeah. This mechanic just doesn't come up enough for me to really understand how it works. I guess I did a critical bad by running for a minute because I was, you know, backtracking a lot. Power status auxiliary. Communication status auxiliary. Open the fucking door, Will. No. You're killing us. Better you than the colonists. This is idiotic. If we don't keep the ship afloat, they'll die anyway. A necessary risk. Resi is plotting our course. The ship will fly true. You're gambling with hundreds of thousands of people's lives, and you're hand-picking which few you'll consume in your madness. Damn it, Alexei. Find me a fucking drill. So that's why there was no one running this place by the time it arrived. Bad times. Captain, you hear that? Hear what? The drill stopped. Maybe they're taking a break. Maybe it broke. Maybe they're trying to get into cold storage. If they get through before they starve, they'll outlast us. Keep working, Resi. I'll take care of it. I think they set the ship and all of the areas where people lived in to overheat. To kill everyone on the ship while locking just the 2 of them into the bridge. So then it sounds like everyone had the idea to go hide in the cold area to outlast the people on the bridge, because then the people on the bridge would die first and they could come shut it off. So then Hunt went to kill them himself. Yeah, so I don't think these characters are going to come up in the next game, if there is one. Seems like they're all not alive. I think I'm the only one left. I don't know what Captain Hunt did down there, but he hasn't come back, and they haven't used the drill, and I'm done. The course is set. I'm down to my last day of food, and I don't want to die like Donna did. Fly true, Hope. Shit.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do.
I'm ready to skip the Hope.
Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved?
Skip the Hope to Terra 2.
Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
I'm skipping it myself? It's a terrible idea. Do it.
In case I don't get another chance to say it, it's been interesting, Captain.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something, now.
And then it explodes.
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Oh.
Did we move? I hardly felt a thing.
Was that an attempt at humor, Doctor? Certain levels of drollness are difficult for me to discern.
I like that I shot people to death and I'm still in stealth mode somehow. Like they just kind of didn't notice. It's funny to think about. They should probably be freaking out that the whole ship just moved, right? Like, how the fuck is my stealth? Oh my god, look how fast it's going down, even though no one's fucking here. Stealth in this game is fucking moronic. This entire disguise system is stupid and I hate it. Thankfully, it came up twice in the entire playthrough, so it's also underutilized. Whatever. Hi, everybody. So, y'all could have died. Also, I was talking about how we'd want to bring everyone along, but, you know, not a full crew kind of mission, apparently. Can I just skip back? Nope. Alright, I have 3 excuses again. Interesting. Already been in there. Sorry, y'all, about the everything that happened. I'll try to make up for it by, you know, reviving everyone and making it worth it, I guess. I'm guessing they didn't take the trip very well. You mad at me? What the fuck? You yelling at me? Everyone sat down.
Oh, I never felt anything like that. I'm gonna need a minute.
Is this gonna have consequences? Did I need to kill them all? I probably should have killed them all. They're technically the enemy. And they're not gonna be happy when they find out what I did. Hey, Ada! Ada! Oh, on the wrong side. Ada! Disable life support. Disable gravity. Open doors. Vent them like you can do in FTL. Oopsie.
Captain, I am receiving a transmission from Dr. Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
The board is here. They've found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
That's not good. I think we needed you alive to do the whole fucking plot.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Isn't that really bad? He looked like he died in an explosion. Doesn't that fuck everything? Like the entire everything? Did I not shoot enough people at the board? Should I go back to Byzantium in a time skip, kill everybody that I could see on the planet, and then come back? Hey, you. Wow, you guys actually are weirdly durable, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. These guys are doing damage. Like, fucking rude. Are my attacks even landing? Jesus Christ. Fuck. What the fuck? What is happening? The game has never been hard ever. What is happening right now? I wasn't ready for this. Alright. Gonna swap out you for you. Just bring a tank along. Jesus Christ. That was a surprise. The game has never really put up a fight. And out of nowhere, these guys have like infinite health.
Okay, keep it quiet.
Really? How did I manage to miss that? Jesus Christ, why are they doing so much damage? What the fuck? Am I playing a different game? Alright, let's give up on the ambush gun. Where's my machine gun? Do I still have one equipped? That's probably it. Yeah, you had like high DPS, right? Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's go guns a-blazing. Wow. Do I have a armored helm on? Oh, I don't have an armored helm on. Oops. Sort. Okay, armor rating. There we go. Still have the stupid helm on. Jesus Christ, though. Everything else I fight dies in 2 hits. What is happening? This isn't a difficulty curve at all. This is a... Dude. Y'all do damage. I don't like it.
Sorry.
Jesus. All right. Guess when it comes to wells, they send the best, huh? Hey, buddy. You're still alive. Where was the explosion and how big was it? Universal Defense Logistics official arrest receipt? As per official arrest protocol outlined in Defense Logistics Incarceration Document A43.21-6, the individual who has been detained at this location must appear in an official Halcyon court at the appointed date and time with the paperwork in order to register that they are indeed properly arrested for crimes listed under their name. Failure to appear at the appointed date and time with this paperwork will result in additional late fees and the rescheduling of the prisoner's appointed incarceration registration date. Failure to appear at subsequent court dates may incur additional penalties. Halcyon Court is not responsible for the missed opportunities that are a consequence of being held within a locked cell or other high-security containment location. Please note that this is the only copy of this receipt that you will receive, and that it is your responsibility to have it with you when you appear for your registration session. I don't think that it's with him. I don't think he has it. I'm guessing the explosion was them blowing the hatch, and then they got him, I guess? So I guess he's alive. Login information. I don't need login information. If you are seeing the screen, I, Phineas V. Wells, have been perniciously kidnapped and will very probably incarcerated by the perfidious and cowardly government of Halcyon in the prison fortress of Tartarus. Ah, so that's why that's on the map this whole time and has a lock icon on it, because I go to it later. If I have not already been executed for charges leveled against me, I hope that the person reading this terminal will find a way to finish my work or rescue me. preferably the latter. This screen constitutes my last will and testament. I commend my body and my belongings to the icy depths of the aether. If this is Steve Buckworthy, I've prepared an emergency care package located in a hidden panel. Unlock the panel from my terminal and claim its contents immediately. It's open. Personal files. Phineas V. Wells eyes only. Note: must delete entries from terminal memory. No telling who might be looking. First entry. The Hope made it to Halcyon after all. 25 years too late. The board doesn't know what to do with an entire ship full of frozen colonists, so naturally they're going to leave them there. Corporate tells us revival isn't possible. They tried absolutely nothing, and apparently they're all out of options. Balderdash. Cellular regeneration after long-term hibernation is really just a question of thermodynamics. I'm quite confident that I can find a way to revive the Hope's colonists, if only corporate would authorize my requests. Frankly, I don't see why I need the permission of my employers to conduct experiments in the name of scientific advancement. What nonsense. Did Newton beg permission from his employers before discovering the 3 laws of motion? Genius is not beholden to the vicissitudes of bureaucracy. Besides, the Hope has a cargo of hundreds of thousands of colonists. The board practically expects a few to go missing. In any other situation, I'd be against this guy, because he's just like, I'm going to cut past all the red tape and do some human experimentation. But the board, we know, is worse. All of this, normally all this red tape is supposed to prevent human experimentation because of how unethical it is and how dangerous it is to the people involved and so on, but that's not what the red tape here is for. It's because the board controls the world right now, and these people would dissent from that. And also an element of maybe not having the resources to deal with these people, but also just a general disinterest in saving these people. The red tape isn't there to protect them. In fact, their next plan was apparently to get rid of them all. So they could start freezing people. 113 seconds. New record. Most of the subjects last 93 seconds, on average, before total cellular liquefaction reduces them to several gallons of organic soup, 3 degrees above freezing temperature. 113 seconds of screaming. The subject was stronger than the others, but in the end, his body failed to survive the revival process. He was my 12th subject to die. I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. Strictly speaking, I do know. The Hope has hundreds of thousands of colonists. I've only experimented on 12. How many more experiments before I successfully revive a single subject? 1? 10? 100? 500? Statistically insignificant. If I experimented on one subject every month, I would not make a dent in the Hope's population in a lifetime. I can still hear the screaming. Trouble sleeping. Trouble concentrating. Psychological toll significant. On to subject number 13. I always suspected this would happen. The board finally discovered what I'd done and sent their headquarters to track me down. Their head hunters to track me down, but they'll never find me. They say I'm a murderer, and they're right. I am. I regret what I've done. But I'm not about to turn myself into the board. I'm not going to go begging to the board's forgiveness. Only the Hope's colonists can forgive me for what I've done. They are the only people who can set things right. And I'm going to find a way to revive them, no matter how long I have to stay in hiding. I've got my notes with me, I have my equipment, and now I have this lab. It's time I returned to work. Mm-hmm. He did an unethical. He did a naughty. He did a, oh, that's the passcode. He did a very naughty. But in the relative morality of this place, we're gonna have to just type of thing and chew him out over, but we gotta deal with the reality here. He's the only person trying to help at all.
I wish I could do that.
A Tartarus nav key. One's like Finn's special weapon. Finn's Force, Spacer's Choice. Hello. Long guns. It's a burst fire weapon. Wonder how upgradable it is with what's left of my money. Is all of Tartarus going to be armed with people that strong? Because holy crap, that was a different tier of enemy. That was a problem. Guess we'll find out. I'm thinking I'm going to want Sam along for the ride. I think I need some tankiness.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship. Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Doc Wells never hurt nobody. Just a kindly old fella living by his lonesome up in the rings, tinkering at his table. The board just couldn't leave him be.
I'm not one for pointless heroism, but the board's gonna be after us next. We gonna finish what we started?
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
Never hurt nobody. That's definitely not true. We definitely know that he hurt people. We can't abandon Phineas. We have to free him if there's any hope of saving the colony.
I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
Crew, what do you think about all this?
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard.
What about the last one?
And I mean that as a compliment.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
We're doing it. Everyone strap in.
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Got my trusty tossball stick, got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Are you all coming? Or just two of you? Please?
Something on your mind?
Just kick them all out right now. For their own
You think
safety.
I could hire myself out to ships in need someday? Be my own mechanic, like how Ellie's her own doctor? I wonder sometimes.
Scanning for C2547. Grade rated contaminants.
Good to see you, boss.
Hey, Cap.
As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Nope, that's about it. That was the extent of what they all had to say. Oh well.
This is my favorite room. It's so spacious.
And all the people are gone right now, which is like the best thing, right? Tinker, tinker, tinker. How good is this weapon? Ooh, the first tinker is like free. It's already getting up there. That's the maximum tinker level. 918. Still less than my other one. But it's got like a special element.